We are here with Tim Minard, who is the CEO of Eclipse Gaming. Welcome, Tim.
Well, thank you, Frank. Thanks for always having us. We appreciate it.
We're glad to have you, and it's been a busy year. And tell us what you've accomplished this past year and what's on tap for Eclipse.
Yeah, it has been a busy year. There's a large part of it that has been executing what our plan has been. And, this year was a lot about new content and a larger volume of new content that we've come up with.
Okay.
And then we've thrown in the ETGs, which was really exciting. A relationship with Interblock where we're putting our Class 2 engine into Interblock table games. So that has been a lot of work, but successful launch. We, showing it at the show, so we're excited about that. Everything else has been business as usual. We continue to expand into the casinos we're in. We're expanding into other jurisdictions we haven't been in. We've added new people to the team that, are helping us execute what our overall vision's been. And we're just doing a lot of the same thing. Just stay focused, try to avoid the noise, try not to chase anything that's outside of our realm, keep to our sweet spot. And that's worked for us over the last 7 years.
And what is that sweet spot?
Our sweet spot is to really get to know the casino and then get to know the casino's player base that our content plays well for. And so take time to learn more and more about the customer base that really likes our games. And then how do we deliver that more in a more entertainment manner? And that's what we've done. So it's not just throw a lot of content out there, throw a lot of hardware out there. It's more about let's take time. Let's figure out who plays our games and what they like about it. That's focus groups and other things like that we've done a lot of this year to really understand how do we make our content better.
And what is the Eclipse style, if that's the right word?
I don't know. We are a game for the frequent player. That's where we've seen a high mark. Casinos and locations that have players that come back over and over and over again. We're a great game for that. They look for our games. They understand how our math is. And, so we've just done a lot more of that. Coin Pusher continues. We've advanced the Coin Pusher. If you've seen Big Shake 2, we've added a character, Jackpot the Gopher, and that has added a lot of excitement and entertainment to the game. We're doing extraordinarily well with that game out there. But it's, we do cater to the high frequent player.
The technology is changing ever more rapidly. How does a small company like Eclipse compete in innovation when some of your competitors have R&D budgets bigger than your total budget?
Yeah, I would say many. We do the same thing. We deserve to be on the floors. Our games play well. People look for the games that understand our games. Much of it's the math, right? I mean, people are looking for what value they got out of that game last time. And so, for us, how do we compete against it? We can't chase 25-foot screens and some of the other things, and I don't know that it's necessary for us to do that. We can compete effectively against the large players with the content that we generate and the math that we put out there. We do it through relationships with our customers, and then to the best we can is really trying to provide the entertainment that the end user is trying to get. And that's what we do. We stick to our thing. We are not the biggest on any floor, and we understand, what capacity we deserve. And that's what we stick to. And we try to advance. We advance technology like everybody else. We're a little more nimble. For us to adopt something, people talk about AI and things like that. We look at it. We can adopt that probably pretty fast. There's elements of that play into our world. And I'm sure we're all trying to figure out how that's going to play into our world long term. But, for us, that's how we stay competitive. We keep putting good games out there, and we consistently get high-performing games.
There's a belief that the supplier games technology sector of the industry is ready for another round of consolidation. As a small company, you might be attractive to some folks. And then again, maybe as you grow, you might see some acquisitions. How do you look at the M&A front?
I love it. So we are definitely in a situation where it seems like there's consolidation. There's public companies going private, right? There's the activity of some mergers that also ended up in acquisitions and so forth. And it's kind of interesting to watch. That always makes it somewhat frothful, right? You know, I mean, we are an attractive offering because not a lot of people stay true to what they do, continue to execute on what they do. And, you know, so I do believe we're attractive. We're not looking for anything other than, you know, we'll continually keep our eyes open. If there's ways to augment our plan, to make our plan happen faster through some type of, acquisition or something, we're all interested. We're just continuing to surface our company through executing organically. But, you know, this is a year where there's a lot happening, so it's kind of fun to look at what else is out there and who else could make us even, you know, expedite the future of this company. And so, you know, we always keep our eyes open.
So you're looking at acquisitions as well as open to offers.
Absolutely. You know, I see that we're not actively looking, but definitely if there's something that really makes sense, it's got to really make sense, we would look at it.
And in that whole arena, it used to be, you had choices between merging and, going public, which is an option. And now today, especially this past year in this sector, what we've seen is private equity move in.
Yeah, there's definitely been, we all know of the two big things that have transpired in the industry, and it's been driven by private equity. Gaming is a very attractive space. Even with the things, there's some ambiguities to our industry at times, it's still a very attractive space. We're blessed to be in this industry.
A case can be made that valuations are way too low right now, and private equity has the ability to be patient.
Correct. Yeah, and for those that have a long horizon for their investments, this is a great space.
We're at G2E. You've got a lot of product out there. What are some of the must-sees at your booth this year?
So I think there's no question that a must-see is our Big Shake 2, because we've implemented a lot of things. We've added new, cash on reel, or the feeling of cash on reel features. We've introduced a character that plays along with the game that actually is really important to the overall play of the game. So that's a must-see for us. Big Shake 2 is a must-see for us. Xing Yang is another game that we have that's a different spin on hold and respin that I think the players are really going to find exciting. So that's a simple game that you understand the chase really easily, and I think those two games are our high points. And then the table ETG games, it's more of a discussion. If you go to Interblock's booth, you can see the Class 2 version of what they've got to offer, and that's exciting. We have several people in their booth, and we're featuring our Coin Pusher Series games in there, and those have been a hit for the last 3 years. So all that is a must-see for us.
Okay, great. Anything else you'd like folks to know about Eclipse?
Just, I always bring up at this point, just again, we continue our mission of having impact. We continue our mission of going beyond the game, and we've had a lot of exciting initiatives this year. So I think that, just keep your eyes on us. I think there's more to come. I think this 2025, we've got a lot of ideas. You're going to see a lot more content come out of this company. And then there's a couple strategic alliances I think are going to really be exciting for the industry. So we're that little train that could. Keep your eyes on us.
Okay, we will. Tim, thank you.
Frank, thanks as always. I appreciate this time.